Okay, so what's up guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna actually be working with the resistance band. We're gonna show you guys a couple of drills that you guys could actually do to help you guys out with your boxing technique. So most of this is gonna be most of the work that we're gonna do today is gonna be involving punching form and actually putting some resistance on our punches and working out our shoulders a little bit as well. So we're gonna show you guys 4 different drills. One, you're gonna actually need a partner, and the other 3 you guys could actually do by yourself. So we're just gonna show you guys that right now. So if you guys ever worked with the resistance bands for any reason other than boxing, like if you guys actually work with the resistance band, you guys know that at each end there's handles. So with these handles, you guys could actually hold on to them. And well, most of the time when people are working with the resistance band, they try to perfect their punching form, and that's what we're actually going to do here. Most of the time, the jab, people always get down. It's something that you're taught from day one, and mostly what coaches usually have to work on is the cross, how to implement, you know, the hips and the whole movement and the torque behind the punch itself. So that this is a cool and easy way that you guys could actually work your cross. So one of your partner, so your partner is gonna hold one end of the resistance band and you hold the other end, and so you guys are gonna actually face each other. Like you guys are actually gonna face away from each other, giving each other your backs. So what you guys are gonna do? Right. So what you guys are gonna do here is as one of you guys punches and actually perfects the form on the cross itself, the other person is actually gonna add a little bit of resistance. So they're gonna try to hold on and add some resistance to this resistance band. So while you throw the punch itself, and then once my turn is done, he throws it, boom, and I go again, right? So for the sake of this video, we were actually a little bit closer because of the fact that we couldn't get the big wide shot on screen. But for the most part, you guys do have to be a little bit further away. That way there's actually more resistance implemented while you throw the punch itself. Second, this resistance band doesn't really have a lot of resistance. Okay, so when you guys are looking for resistance bands, the darker the color, the more harder it is. So like the more lighter the color, the more flexible and easy it is. So for the most part, if you guys are a little bit bigger, we should have been using a little bit more of a darker type of resistance band, but just for the sake of this video and just to keep it quite simple, you know, we're using this yellow one. But if you guys are much heavier or need to implement a little bit more strength, then try to use the darker bands, and this will help you out with perfecting your punching form, like I said, to give you some resistance to work your shoulders. And well, overall it's mostly muscle endurance, so it's very important to have a resistance band. In my honest opinion, it actually keeps you out of that same routine of just using weights or simply just shadow boxing when you guys could do something right here stationary. This is probably like one of the cool alternatives that you guys could actually use.
Alright, so for this next drill is going to be the exact same concept of using the resistance band, but this time we're doing it without a partner, and basically all you need is some sort of place or some pole or something that where you can put these things through. And so like you see here, I'm able to give my back to it, and I'm able to do the exact same thing we're doing the other one, but this time we're able to use both of my hands, and also without a partner. So here, what you're gonna do, again, throw your punches with the technique that you want, or with perfect technique and other motions that you do when throwing a punch, like your hips and, you know, moving your feet. So it's basically the same thing, and now here it's kind of a stationary way of shadow boxing with the resistance band. So, one that's a bit more simpler in concept, but the workout is a bit more difficult. So basically for this one, all you need is the resistance band and yourself. So what you're going to do is you're going to get in your stance, and you're going to open up the resistance band, put it on the floor, and step on it. And here, it's the exact same concept. You want to shadow box. The natural motion of the resistance band is going to bring you down. So it's a lot more difficult to shadow box because you're constantly being, the resistance band is constantly putting weight on your punches. So this one, it's a lot more of a workout than the previous one I showed you. So basically, and this is the exact same concept. You want to shadow box while holding these things.
So Luis demonstrated how to shadow box really in a stationary position. And for the most part, that's very important because of the fact that you could actually perfect your fundamentals and your techniques on the punches themselves. But I feel like the most beneficial thing that you could actually do with the resistance band is actually kind of shadow box with it. That way you guys could actually implement all the aspects of boxing or whatever combat sports you're doing. So simply just put this around your waist, or if you guys actually have a tighter type of resistance band, you guys don't really need to do all of this because of the fact that they will actually probably be a little bit more smaller and a little bit, well, a darker tone. But for the most part, it follows the same concept, which, you know, once again, you know, start shadow boxing and like start putting your head movement and your pieces together. Boom, boom, head movement, you know, feint, step back, implement anything that you've actually learned in boxing, anything that you guys feel is beneficial. And so yeah, man, just move around freely and shadow box, and this will actually implement some resistance on your punches, so you probably get a little bit more faster, a little bit more quicker with your punches. And well, yeah, man, it's just about muscle endurance work. Alright guys, so those are 4 drills that you guys could actually do with these resistance bands. If you guys want to see us do a complete workout, like actually work out our muscles and show you guys a little bit more conditioning with these, comment down below, tell us what you guys want to see, and we will actually bring these resistance bands back. We'll probably bring a darker tone, that way it'd be a little bit more challenging for us, and that way you guys could see the difference between these and those tighter, darker, harder resistance bands. But for the most part, that will be all. Those are our 4 drills. And you want to add anything?
Yeah, everything else you need to know is going to be in the description below. Our website, check out our shop. We have a bunch of sweaters and shirts that we still have left over from last year. And our Instagrams, all going to be linked below. Our personal ones, our team one, our YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Position, still broke, now I had little bros, we were hungry, but we had nothing, just a couple of cents, went to the corner store and got some bread, split it between us 3, moms got home, I will leave, hit the streets, downtown Los Angeles is where I be, downtown Los Angeles.